Renovating in France weekly roundup. So this is just showing you a few bits and pieces from through the week. This particular part is where I've managed to now put the dormer part of the ceiling in place with the tongue and groove, and that's covering then the pipe work as it runs across the purlin into the showroom. And it's just a question then of there's uh, there's an opening left there because that's the valve that's going to be able to turn off the hot water supply into the showroom if and when it's needed, if there's ever any problems. It's always a question of where's the best place to put these valves. The showroom itself, as you know, is quite small, and I didn't really want to have pipework running through it directly inside it because it then means you've got to box it in or you leave it visible, which is a bit naff anyway. There's not a great deal of room in there anyway. So by bringing the pipework in to obviously around the rear of the shower itself, so that's well hidden, so that's within the partition wall, so you don't see any of that. And then for the toilet, it just comes through just at where the toilet is, and you've got the flexi that connects onto the toilet. And then the other pipes are running actually in through via the kitchen wall, and then coming in directly into where the vanity unit is. And with that, then so you haven't got anything else extra visible in there that you would need to box in, and that would feel like it's taking up a wee bit more space. You can always put a little cover on the valve there just to hide it, a little hinge or whatever, tiny door. But other than that, it's the other valve is actually for the cold water. It ended up in the kitchen space up high. So again, I always find it's useful to have these valves. I do know I've been in lots of houses where they've got sort of the only valve is the valve as it comes into the house, and if you ever need to work on anything, you have to shut the entire water system down to work on it. I prefer to just shut down particular sections as it goes. So that's my take on that. And then here we're kind of looking at what to do with this wall, this old flint wall, stone wall, which is against the roof. It's on one side of the building. It's on the gable side, and it really needs something doing to it. It's a bit unstable, so it's not even as if I could sort of seal it. The other side in bedroom 2, where you've got the chimney base, that's slightly more stable. I should be able to put a sealant on that, and I've got a couple of examples of that towards the end of this video. But on this wall, it's a bit of a mess, so it might well be that I'm going to have to maybe batten it and then plasterboard it. And then I make a bit of a cupboard, I think, underneath the water heater, just to sort of tidy that area up as well, give it a bit of storage. It's a bit tight for space, to be honest with you, the third bedroom, but it is at least the third bedroom, so it's a single room. It would be more useful than if there were only 2 bedrooms upstairs. And there you can see there's still a bit of jointing and fillering to do, as ever. Done the majority of it, but it's still a few bits left, and then we'll head outside. This is kind of the last of the rubbish, the main rubbish. There's still a few containers, fuel containers that have been sort of cut up that needs to go. That's the insides of what was the fridge, and there's an old rug there and a few other bits and pieces. But considering just how much stuff was there prior to that, probably 90% of it has been taken now, which is great. Down the déchetterie, and I didn't use a trailer, didn't get a tow bar fitted. I was getting quotes around about €500-600. And then when you add on the cost, even if you buy a second-hand trailer, and then you've got to consider the parking aspect of it and everything else. You know, you're going to be having a trailer stuck in the garden or in the garage, which after this has been cleared, really, there's not a lot. I might go down to the déchetterie maybe once every few months. So it's worked out not too bad at using the car to do it. It's made a bit of a mess inside the car, but I put covers in there anyway. So that's more or less the last of it. There is an old mattress still which needs chopping up, um, because it's too big to go in. What I do is I sort of chop it in half, and there's the old toilet that needs to go as well. And the last part of the furniture, in fact, that's actually gone now. That's actually gone down there, the déchetterie. That's like the corner unit of the sofa or settee. And there you go. That's the mattress that just needs chopping up, and then I sort of bind that up with a bit of old rope, and that'll then go into the car, and that'll then go down to the déchetterie also. So practically there, and then it means where I can move the branches and stuff from the front garden. I can start chopping them down and separating the branches from the sort of foliage. And there's a bit of metal that will go to. Apparently, there's a place that buys metal not too far, about 20 kilometres away. So I'll probably load up the car, take that down there at some stage, maybe get a bit of petrol money for that. And then this was just I did a video on ventilation. I'm not sure if I showed this or not, but this is just a little cap that's outside, a little box which allows the air to push out from inside the house, but it's got sort of 3 flaps on it, which is meant to stop the wind from blowing back into the house. It sort of blows the shutters shut if it's blowing that way. And there you go. And obviously I just put a bit of foam around it initially. I haven't got a ladder tall enough to actually get up to there at the moment, but that's something I'd have to do, and then just take the last parts of the old ivy away and put a little bit of sand, cement, or whatever into that space just to tie it up. And there's still a bit of work needed just doing on the ridge anyway there, just to tidy that up as well, close those gaps up. And then came across this recently in all my paperwork, which has been a very useful guide. I actually used it when I was in Normandy. It's a great book. Explains everything you need to know about converting, how you look at electricity, certainly from the UK into your French house. There's lots and lots of differences between the two systems. So I use that quite extensively. I say Normandy when it was a brand new supply, and I still use it for reference here. And then probably this is the stuff I'm going to use on the brick flooring in the kitchen, just to seal it. It still needs cleaning up, and it needs grouting. But once it's been done that, then I'll probably use that particular product there, or something very similar to that, to seal the surface, so that if you spill anything on it, it won't absorb into the brick. And then this is another product I saw, which it seems to be more for outside, but maybe that would work as well. So it's either one or the other. I'll probably look up some reviews and see what people have said about the two. Anyway, that's a roundup for the week. Hope you enjoyed this video of a mix of this, that, and the next thing. And there'll be more videos coming throughout the week. So please like, subscribe, and leave comments. Thank you very much.